Welcome to the Albion TV War Report, your source of live battle coverage featuring the top guilds and alliances of Albion Online. Today is the 14th of July, 2021. I am your host, the Shozen One, and joining me today, as always, I have Robinhoodrs on the play-by-play and Bogul on the camera. We are currently watching Elevate back away from Blue Army, and who was the other one they were being attacked by?
CIR.
CIR. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. But they did a great job engaging and holding off for quite a while. We got in here a little late into the fight. Well, actually, completely late into the fight. The fight is over. But take my word for it. Elevate put on a great showing against two superior forces, numbers-wise.
Yeah, it was quite interesting. CIR just got stomped. They came in, they used the protection bubble from the door, but they dropped their spells on Elevate while they were sitting on one of the bridges, and Elevate just noticed that and just turned and just like wiped out all of CIR. And then Blue Army came storming in because they were fighting by the Hellgate Island. Blue Army was holding Hellgate Island itself, and then they engaged. Then Elevate counter engaged and deleted so many of Blue Army's front line. It was disgusting. And then it was just bit too much for them, and Blue Army got a good counter engagement, and this is where we're currently standing. I believe Shrek might be on the other side of the
Yeah,
map.
I did see Shrek here just a moment ago.
Yeah, let me double check. That's Blue Army's back line. Okay, so they were here, but I think CIR have wiped them. That blob to the east is CIR. Yeah, it's quite an interesting showing. Unfortunately, just Elevate by themselves with Shrek having a small force. This wasn't enough to take down probably two of the largest pulling ZVZ forces in the game at the moment.
Yeah, right now I'm wondering where their teammates are, or allies, you could say. I see Dominant over in Sunfang Ravine.
Homeless Crew is actually cluster queuing themselves into River Cops.
He's demounting. Dominant is demounting, and is he attacking Guild Xena? Yes.
What?
Maybe it's just one guy from somebody else, and one guy from Guild Xena just caught in it. Okay, yeah, they demounted to kill one guy from West, and there were a couple of Guild Xena guys who took some damage but did not die. I was like, this is a change if this is what we're going to get today.
Oh, it looks like all the allies were converging onto that map itself for the anti-PoE coalition, as Homeless Crew and June were queuing in from River Cops Crossing into River Cops Path where the fight was initiated. I think PoE are chasing into Sunfang Ravine. Is both sides in here? No, Mojo's still in River Cops Path. And he's actually fully engaged here with
heading over.
Homeless Crew. It's a very messy engagement. Core also getting caught in the firing lines, as this map is pretty hard to wrap around. But King Mojo holding center of the map so far. It looks like it's a bad misplay, definitely by Core and Oops here. Bad positioning. And wow, whoever that was that just came in for Menace, just chomped away at Blue Army. And look at this. Cole wrapped around. June holding the western side. Blue Army is going to go for a full push to the west. Overcharges are just getting popped here. Nice stoppage on the bridge, though, by June. Is there going to be enough return DPS on that bridge to delete the front line? I'm seeing a couple members go down for Blue Army. It's going to be a messy fight indeed. Homeless Crew are not hitting the back end of Blue Army just yet, and it looks like Blue Army are going to go for a full push. Keep pushing west, trying to break through onto June out the other side. And they need to be careful, though. Remember, Surf are in the map to the northwest, queuing in as well. So they need to make quick work of June. It looks like that's what they're going to do, as no defenses were down or heals, and it's going to be GG. And nowhere, I think Africa's fighting another group, maybe fighting Syndic.
There's on the east side, there's Syndic fighting the Menace guys.
Yep. And Homeless Crew are also over there as well. I just checked to see where he was. Yeah, Syndic, though, gonna be kiting to the south here through the choke point, trying to squish Menace and Homeless Crew into one and use that to his advantage. Once again, Syndic not choosing to be on the Command Mammoth. That seems to be a recurring theme now for him.
Yeah, he's been. This is at least for this week. We haven't seen him on the Command Mammoth.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all the shot callers for PoE have not been using Command Mammoths at all. Looks like he is looking for a return engagement soon. He should be to his east anyway. He knows Blue Army are coming in, so I don't know why he hasn't turned and kept the group to the east involved
looks like
in action.
Blue Army's going right towards that group to the east. Yeah, they're going right into Menace. It just swapped out from CIR to Blue Army engaged with Menace here. Menace backing up, trying to regroup, figuring out what they're going to be facing. I also see what appears to be Menace shooting spells in the other direction.
Yeah, looks like King Mojo is going to be pushing Menace all the way up onto the eastern wall here. Some of them are mounted, some of them aren't. I don't know where Homeless Crew went. Oh, they're tucked away to the northwest side. The IR probably going to be wrapping around the northwest, I would say, just to keep them locked in. Menace looks like they're broken for the time being, unless they're going to get a regroup here up on the northeast side. As just constantly one or two just getting caught, picked off, and dead. No initial kiting involved here for Cole. Looks like it's going to be another victory here for the PoE coalition in River Cop's path. Cluster Q just got activated, and I'm seeing a tier 2, tier 3 blob zoning in. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Surf zoning in. We'll have to wait and see. Africa is engaged with CIR still as Mojo mounts up here. So
Steve is coming into the backside here of Skoyatal right now. So if you head over to Tamashi, you can see that engagement, which is about to start right now as Steve goes in very quickly, gets a great grab in the midline of PoE, but the turn, it's PoE 2. So Sun and Skoyatal returning fire. Great defensives down by the Steve Alliance here, fending off the initial engagement. But it looks like we also have an engagement on the other side as well, as King Mojo has engaged with Homeless Crew. So this is a two-pronged battle over here. This is brutal.
Yeah, this is two different maps that they're fighting in at the moment. Mojo going to get clumped and dumped here by Homeless Crew. It's going to be a massive deletion onto the front lines. Dead bodies of Blue Army just strewn across the hills here, and he's going to call for a retreat. Menace are wrapping around on the eastern side. They do find the catch. Permafrost connects as well. Defensive locusts are down. Is it going to be enough for Blue Army to soak up that engagement? They're looking for a turn. Heals were down finally. Menace maybe going to be able to live just for a time being. Surf also on the battlefield as well. They finally came in from the northwest side. It is
over here
chaotic.
In Curve, Robin, it's been a back and forth battle, but it looks like Steve has taken the worst for wear and two of the last engagements. Now we have Sun and PoE2 engaging once again. Great engagement by Sun and PoE2, completely taking out the midline of Elevate. It looks like they're going to be on a complete run for your life situation here. Pick up and just get out of here. Everyone for themselves. Get mounted as soon as possible. It doesn't look like they're going to turn again unless there's another group of Elevate somewhere. This is a get out of here situation.
Yeah, and it's still carrying on in River Cop's path as well. Blue Army charging through the retreating forces of Core to the eastern side of the map. I'm not 100% sure where Homeless Crew is at the moment, but Core just looks so broken at the moment. Like, where's your defenses coming down? Finally, a defensive firewall, but you're going up into a corner of the map. Your camlans are hitting your back end of retreating forces. No heals coming down. No locusts, no nothing. Not even a turn on this clump. And Menace are getting cleaned up, and they're out of the fight for sure in River Cop's path.
Well, Elevate has been caught out by Rage Control. They were caught as they were retreating to the southwest. They are now once again engaged and basically just fighting for their lives, trying to get to the door.
Yep, and a big engagement coming in from Africa now, still fighting by himself now, I believe, in River Cop's path. engaging onto PoE. He's going to have to do some kiting. He knows Blue Army are going to be wrapping him to his east now. It's going to be all she wrote in the next 1 or 2 engagements as they go down into a very tight funnel here. The pressure is on PoE advancing forward. I'm not sure if Surf got wiped yet. Actually, Africa going in for an engagement. Nice deletion onto the back end of PoE. Surf also engaging on the north side, sandwiching CIR. But Blue Army are going to do exactly the same to Africa now in Homeless Crew. But Africa knows this. He's going to keep advancing north to keep the pressure on. So friendly fire is going to be enabled for Blue Army, kind of just pushing them away from the actual battle. And look at this. Africa is just grouping up with Surf here. They're grouping, they're spacing like a nice chunk away from each other. And it's going to be a nice play. Reinforcements also coming in for Cole as well. So Menace are back in the fight. And it looks like they're going to be re-engaging to the southeast side. He has Blue Army in his sights there, Africa. He didn't go in for the engagement. Actually, there it comes. Finally, a little bit delayed. Brimstone's crashing down as well. But CIR also getting a regroup as well as they wrap around the northwest side of Africa, deleting his back end. Homeless Crew are now out of the fight here. So it's all down to Cole and Domnit as they retreat back the way that Elevate were doing the battle beforehand. Are they going to get enough reinforcements in time? Another wave just came in on the northwest door. I'm going to be guessing that's more Surf. I'm going to double check. No, that's Steve. Everything just chilling on the northwest door, not even moving to engage in the battle here. So miscommunications, I mean, that small group could be hitting the back end of Blue Army, putting down the pressure. But look at this, Dominic just getting steamrolled at the moment, pushed back over the bridge. The battle mounts, Groglor, like we saw yesterday on the Juggernaut, just sucking up all those players into those clumps, setting up the Brimstone engagements. Dominic keeping the pressure, looking for a return engagement, finds a good clump, but not enough DPS follow-up, and his DPS are going to get caught out on the bridge. There comes the big suck. There comes the big Brimstone, and Surf just getting pounded at the moment. Domnit hits the ground as well, and it's going to be a full retreat. Surf have no shock caller, and they are out of here already. It's going to be
But we're
GG.
still seeing Africa now hanging with the Login Horizon. Who, I don't know these guys. Login Horizon.
No idea.
Yeah, well, it looks like it's wrapping up here as they're just kind of like hunting down the last remnants. Steve, on its way back to the fight. I think we're going to have more backup soon. This looks like we're going to have a constant battle as the backups are on their way.
Yeah, everyone is regrouping and
What do
heading
we have
back
going on with
towards...
Dom?
Oh, he died.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Noob Slayer might get caught out here by West. No, he's going to make it through alive.
Okay. There is a large contingent on their way here, I believe.
Yes,
We'll see.
Looks pretty messy.
I don't know if they're going to make it here, to be quite honest. They keep running into other people. This is a big difference compared to yesterday, where everybody went to their objectives. They had separate objectives on opposite sides of the map. Each one took them. Today, they are running headlong into each other everywhere across the world.
Yeah, happening all over the map. And I mean, we still got 7 minutes until the territories can be claimed or pacified, and then the hideouts go for another 20 minutes when they can be attacked with the demolition hammers to remove a shield. And we have quite a few of them today, actually. Timber Slope Bridge, we currently have 4 hideouts sitting on 3 out of 4 shields. Sky Lake Bridge, we have Hadrian's Wall hideout sitting on 4 out of 5 shields. Thunder Rock Upland, we have CIR's hideout sitting on 4 out of 5 shields. Rivercop's Curve, we have Waterwell's hideout, which is PoE Alliance, sitting on 4 out of 5 shields. And Dry Vein End, we have another CIR hideout sitting on 4 out of 5 shields.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. So, and it's pressure across the world map, like we were talking about yesterday. They needed that. And I think that's why we saw so much action happening where we did, where we had it in Rivercop's Path. Rivercop's Path is the key connecting zone that connects the southwest or the southern side of the 1800 time slot up into the north side. So like that's the connecting bridge right there, that area, and that's why we found the content sitting there.
Steve has demounted once again. Tamashi is ready to take on PoE2 once again over in dry vein end this time.
Yep, and like we said, this this is where the CIR hideout is currently sitting on 4 out of 5 shields. So this is going to be a main objective zone here for the anti-PoE coalition going forward for the next 25 minutes.
For 25 minutes for the next week.
Yeah. It's like Tamashi is adventuring forward here, trying to see what he can find.
Just a lot of mounted up PoE2 here.
Yeah.
Goyatal, Sun. I'm wondering where their forces are stationed, where the front line is going to be when they're going to crash into the side here. I also see Waterfac as PoECN, you know, the fake PoE here to make it more confusing.
That's the
they're running alongside.
Sun just died.
Oh, that's not good.
I believe it could be a backup shot caller actually.
No, who just died?
Malaise.
He might be in the scouting role right now. A good spot for your backup shot caller is somebody who knows what they're looking for while scouting.
Yeah. All
right, mounting up here. Probably just going to try to find position on this. Let's see, I have Thunder Rock Upland. It looks like we're going to have... Is this going to be Nope versus Call?
Could be.
Got Reject, Sanity, Hammer and Sickle. Oh, I see. Yeah, I just think that it's very few Call over here. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's a scout situation with Noob Slayer.
Still 4 minutes until the hideouts start getting whacked, so still time for these Zergs to position themselves where they want to go. A couple more members of that PoE group going to get picked off there from Tamashi.
It doesn't look like PoE wants to fight in here right now. I get the feeling that it's going to be a similar tactic to what we've seen in the past where they try to overload the zone.
Going to Luxy, he's fighting...
Luxu?
PoEC.
Or Luxy?
Loxew.
Here in Driving Confluence, we have PoE2 versus the fake PoE. So PoECM. Looks like Luxu is going in for an engagement return over the wall there. Not sure if his group found anything with that connection. Didn't really go.
It looks like there's some bars. Yeah, I see some bars going down, but that could be, you know, just another side of this battle. It looks like the eastern side is a bit more pushed up than the western side.
Yep.
So
he is rotating around to the western side. Going to go up the cliff top here once again. Luxu normally shot calls on a command mammoth, and again not on one today.
Nice catch here.
Oh, very nicely done.
Great grab. Really good engage here. This is going to allow them to push in really well. I don't even think there's going to be a return on this because it was just such an incredible push. Those guys are all dead. Those 6 guys who got caught out, no return fire. I think these guys from the fake PoE were not prepared for that quick rotation. This is their front line up here, and they're getting crushed.
Yeah, I mean, the other groups from the Alliance came swooping in from the east as well, applying the pressure onto this group that's just getting melted. And look at this. Sun just comes steamrolling over the top as well. Full force of PoE2 sitting in Driving Confluence, wiping out the fake PoECN group.
That was really well done. We don't usually expect that. I mean, I don't want to talk crap about the PoE2, but we don't generally expect that well orchestrated of plays from them. We often see a bit heavy on the support side. So that was really impressive. That was a great play by PoE2.
Yeah, what's our debuff here? 46, a level 46 debuff.
That's no joke.
For disarray for PoE2. That's a lot.
Okay, we figured out the secret to the success.
More people?
Yeah.
just throw more bodies in. Oh dear.
All right, you guys engage with an equal force from their right. We'll engage with another equal force from their left, and by doubling the forces, we can totally smash them.
Cluster Q is activated on Tamashi. And Blue Army are currently cluster queuing themselves into that zone. So it looks like that's where the main focus for the PoE coalition is going to be focusing today in Dry Vein End. So expect content on Tamashi soon enough.
Okay. Over here, kind of just watching. He's just hanging out here all alone.
Yep.
Go through the...
Angelique is dismounted in Thunder Rock Upland. What are they doing here?
Well, there's also Homeless Crew over here in Thunder Rock. Yeah.
Like they're just chilling. Let me jump into free cam and see what I can find. We have Hammer and Sickle currently claiming or pacifying this territory on the tower. A lot of Nope. Cole are coming in on the eastern side for Menace and June.
Oh, Angelique has been engaged on. If you hop over to him right now, Homeless Crew has just caught him while he was mounted. These guys just got pounded to oblivion. That was brutal. I mean, Africa Now perfectly executed that. I don't think we caught that.
I don't think we did. I jumped back into
hopping
free
around,
roam.
and oh wow, that was a beautiful engagement. Really well done by Africa Now. And here they're going to be engaged with Nope as well, coming from now the other side. So Nope was coming around from their east, and they had, Reject Sanity coming around from their west, and Homeless Crew read it perfectly, engaged Reject Sanity, deleted them off the map, and sent them scrambling. I believe Angelique even died in that. And then they turned to read the east. So let's see if they can fight against this double force that they have to fight against. And again, you know what the best strategy is? Run through one, Robin.
We are on Africa, right? Correct?
Yeah, I'm on Africa right now. He's got to run through Reject Sanity, get them between him and his opponent here on the other side, so he's not getting hindered from two sides at once. Oh, it looks like Call and Menace are coming in from the top. Oh, no. Let me go see what Noob Slayer is doing on the top. And at the same time, it looks like Elevate is about to do something here. They're throwing down the carpets. And they're engaged with the Blue Army Freemen.
Yeah, and Africa's just going to finish up the remaining members of Reject Sanity here in Thunder Rock Upland that got caught off on the door. A couple friendly fire coming in from Cole onto Homeless Crew. But I think only one person going to die from that. And it's going to be GG, so hopping over onto Tamashi.
Okay.
As the action kicks off here in Dry Vein End.
Yeah, they kind of just pulled back just a moment ago. You have Blue Army on the other side of that ravine over there. There's like a little edge, and you can see them. Oh, now it's PoE as well. So PoE and Blue Army here in Dry Vein End. That's going to be rough.
And that huge, massive blob that just zoned in from the southwest door, that's PoE too.
Well, that's okay. What we're seeing again is this use of the cluster queue. Yeah.
They're just going to take off their gear, bank it into the tower, suicide, and get a regroup.
Yeah, like we said before, they had this happen to them a number of times in the last few days where they would be about to engage with the PoE coalition, and they used their numbers to start zoning out Elevate. And not everybody got the memo in time. A number of them are going to lose their lives with their gear as well. Ouch. Okay, good luck, guys.
Yikes. I love watching all the people that stay too long and die to the tower. Yeah, there was no way that Elevate could have took that by themselves.
No, it was not a great situation for them. I don't blame them at all for the call, but the call seems to have been made a little bit too late, as a number of Elevate players are going to die with their gear on, and or some of their gear on. Oof.
So, just for context for the audience, PoE 2 have a 42% debuff, Blue Army have another 42% debuff, and then PoE, just the original PoE tag, have 35% debuff in this zone. and Elevate would have went up against that just by themselves.
Yeah, they would have gotten. That's not
like that's a lot of people.
That's not a good amount of disarray debuff to have against your enemies. You're gonna get crushed. You're gonna find yourself outnumbered 4-1.
Yep.
So if they have so much debuff, why don't they just one-shot them?
Well, see,
all right, never mind.
It's spread between 4 alliances, all coming at them at once. Well, 3 of them on the other side, and they have 1 alliance, right?
So they're going against 3. A dumb comment.
Yeah.
Never mind.
No, it's okay. Yeah, it's all right. Well, somebody needs to make those so we can explain it to the audience, Bogul. It's okay to be wrong on the internet. It just informs others. Anybody want to explain to me why the Earth isn't flat?
Let's not go there. Africa and the boys are hammering away in Thunderrock Upland, though, on the CIR hideout. That is getting whacked.
Yeah, I see we've got quite a few over here. You got Oops, you have Call, all whacking away.
Going to be bouncing around to check the other zones hideouts real quick. Skylake Bridge currently has a blob on top of the hideout. And KDA are whacking away on this hideout here for Hadrian's Wall. This is where we saw the PoE coalition come defend yesterday. So removing a shield there, and that means they should be able to defend Timber Slope Bridge. I believe there's no guilds here whacking on these. Nope. KDA all have scouts here, making sure no one's here. So all these shields will regen back up to full in Timber Slope Bridge. What else did we have? Dry Vein End is where we just saw the massive group of PoE zone in and force Elevate out of. And Rivercop's Curve was the other one with Waterwell. Let's have a check-in on that one. And that currently has nobody sitting on top of it. But we still have 14 minutes to go. Let's see where Dominant is. Currently in Driving Confluence, making his way. So it looks like there is going to be another attack into Driving End soon, as Surf and Steve are making their way there.
They're going to need to have multiple forces come in through multiple entrances here to kind of get a similar effect to what was happening with PoE and Blue Army.
For sure. But their forces are currently focusing elsewhere, and unless they think they can do it with just Surf and Steve, we shall wait and see.
Well, with Homeless Crew and Call over here in Thunderrock Upland, I just don't see them getting over there soon.
Yeah, they're not. I don't think that they're going to expect them to come over here.
Yeah,
they have objectives in the northeast side. That's what they need to focus on to keep applying the pressure up there. So when it comes down to it, PoE have to split their forces one day if they want to defend a certain area of the map.
Right.
So all Steve and Surf have to do here is make an attempt, and it looks like that's what they're going to do as they just activated their cluster queue. So it's going to be about a minute and a half, 2 minutes before they zone into Driving End, and they're going to be meeting the massive
So if these
forces.
guys, actually, I'm looking at how many zones they have. It's about a 10-minute run. If they can... Did they just finish the smashing of this hideout?
What, in Thunderrock Upland?
No, they still have 40%. They're not going to get that in 2 minutes. It's not going to be enough time to run from Thunderrock Upland all the way over.
They shouldn't. If anything, they'll move into Rivercop's Curve and carry on whacking the Waterwell hideout there. So that would be the play. If they make the run down to Driving End, it's going to be a bad play.
Yeah, it's too late. It takes about 10 minutes to go 5 zones. So they're just not going to be able to get it.
It's only 3 zones.
Thunderrock
Upland, Southwest to Curve, to Sungborough Woods, to Spring, and then they zone into End.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
Map reading. It's hard. I know, Shozen. It's fine.
Well, it's 5 zones too. Yeah, but it's only 3 zones between them. Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like Blue Army are heading towards the southwest door here. They should have that cluster queue activating any second now. Tamashi and the boys should be zoning in, unless they didn't take the queue. Note they took the queue, as I cannot zone or teleport onto Tamashi. Just for context as well, Driving Confluence is currently fully cluster queued all of the anti-PoE coalition. So they have a big force, 350 people just in this zone alone.
That's huge.
Yes. Count it down. So they got to zone in.
Yep.
They got to wipe out the Zerg. And then they got to get hammering right away. Unless Surf have their specialized hammer group ready to rumble.
And Surf has zoned in already. They're going in. So has Steve. They're going to both try to find themselves a little bit of space, so that they're not on top of each other. They don't want to be directly on top of each other in case Blue Army engages first. That would really screw up their day.
Yeah, but it looks like Tamashi is going to be dismounting here. And it looks like he's going to go right into the front lines of Blue Army, catching him mounted. It's going to be a faux deletion here if they can get some DPS, but they're going to back
going
up.
the other way. Blue Army, really, really nice engagement there onto Elevate over the stairs and across the bridge. Elevate just got whacked.
Yeah, but I'm not seeing a lot of dead bodies, so they're able to sustain just a little bit. Blue Army are keeping up the pressure. Look how aggressive these tanks are playing. And Surf were the misplays of this engagement because they were running on top of Blue Army, and Steve was actually trying to hit him mounted.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Look at this deletion on the north side here. Oh, geez. Surf, where are you?
Surf can't hit him. Surf can't attack Blue Army right now because they're so intermingled with Steve. Like, that was the problem. Like I said, if Blue Army engages first, gets on top of Steve, then Surf can't help, or vice versa. They needed to split, get to 2 different areas, distinct areas, so that Blue Army had to engage one force only and have a front line and a back side, so you had something to engage in. And now it looks like it's just Skoyatel running over Surf and Steve just running for its life as Blue Army completely shreked them on that choke.
Yeah, it's done. Wow.
That anticlimactic right there.
Yeah. I mean,
read back the VOD, guys. Go watch that one back and see what you did wrong.
I think it was like Surf were just being too greedy, unless they didn't communicate what the game plan was, because both groups were chasing Blue Army. And Tamashi got the dismount, and he was actually in front of all Blue Army that was mounted, apart from, I think, another party that was just elsewhere on a different shot caller for Blue Army. But still, Surf just running right on top of Blue Army as they were mounted. Tamashi goes in for the engagement. They found a massive clump, all still mounted. And then they just had to pull off because Surf was still on top of them and friendly fire was enabled. And then the back end got engaged like we saw and like you called out. And then it was just GG. It was just, very bad.
They needed to, like I said, just have to find space apart from each other. You can't get on top of each other, and you can't allow, when you're coming in like that, for your opponent to get on top of one of you. If they completely get on top of one of you, it makes it very hard for the second group to engage, or you have to learn to work under the same alliance.
And that's it. I mean, if guilds want to be outside of alliances to work around the Zerg debuff affecting them, that's going to be the outcome sometimes. And they just paid the iron price for it. On the other hand, though, Africa is doing, like we said, they are currently whacking away on Waterwell's hideout over in Rivercop's Curve. I don't think Blue Army and CIR have enough time to rotate over here. They still have 7 minutes remaining, but the health is currently sitting on 73 out of 100. We'll wait and see here just as they hammer away. Is Syndic actually heading this way? He's currently in Sunkerborough Spring. Not heading this way. I think he's just picking off a couple members here. They actually maybe... Oh, shall I say? I'll stick on Africa for now.
Yeah, I'm just going through the cycle of the guys right now.
And there goes my hay fever cooking in. Oh my god. Ugh. Africa using a tier 6 demolition hammer. Not the most optimized. Remember, this goes... Actually, you weren't here because you were disconnecting Bogul, if you remember the other day when we put up the chart for the hideout attacks. How it levels off after 28 people, I think it was, that we saw. The damage onto it anyway. So having people with crappy tier demolition hammers is actually bad.
Bad. It's very bad. That doesn't sound good at all. Oh no, Dominant is running away from Blue Army here.
Oh no.
Yeah,
are they going to fight or?
No, it's like just Dominant running away from Blue Army. Like, it's not a good situation to be in. There are a bunch of corpses over here in Sunken Burrow Spring, and it looks like we missed a little bit of something.
Ooh. Happens. 46% left on this Waterwell hideout. So, tomorrow, because Drive Ain't End is now defended, and it's back up to 5 out of 5, that means the whole of the PoE coalition can then reposition their focus back up to Rivercop's Curve and Thunder Rock Upland, as Thunder Rock Upland currently has 3 out of 5 shields for CIR's hideout, and this Waterwell one is about to drop down to 3 out of 5 as well. So, refocusing their efforts back up here, we also are going to have the Skylake Bridge hideout on 3 out of 5 shields for tomorrow as well. And the Sauri Alliance falls under the banner of the Nope Alliance, and then that falls under the banner of the PoE Alliance. So, they're going to be pretty tied up here in the north section of the 1800 time slot, as they have nothing to worry about down in the south.
Well, at the moment, like, you know, and as soon as they go up here, though, they could split it again and just go right back after that hideout.
Yeah, but you need to have it in sync, like the shields matching.
Okay.
So, if Drive Ain't End actually went down today, that would have been a perfecto for the anti-PoE coalition, because it forces them to split. Tomorrow, they don't have to split. They can just focus purely their efforts up in the north. They don't have to worry about anything else, because Drive Ain't End will be back up to 5 out of 5 shields.
Okay.
And I believe Elevate are not coming back for that. No, they don't have enough time anyway. 20 health remaining on the hideout here in Rivercop's Curve. Plenty of time for the anti-PoE coalition to get this done. While that happens, anything interesting happening with the season rankings? Blue Army did hit Crystal.
Already?
Yep.
Season
Actually,
is less than a third through, and they're well past Crystal.
Well, they should hit 300k points by the end of today.
Yeah, before we even get to in the first invasion, they are well on a pace for 1 million. Like, they're gonna pass 1 million for sure.
Yeah,
like, they're on a pace to just crush it.
Yeah, with double points at the end, the last 30 days, it's definitely going to happen if they keep up the same pace and momentum that they currently have.
I mean, that would
Sanity,
kind of be cool. I mean,
1 million points, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
the 4th gem. First skill to ever get that as well. We were actually talking about, when we were doing the NDA playtest, actually talking about how they're going to do it with the 4th gem. Some people were actually saying that it could just be a big gem with a number 4 on it, and that would be lackluster. I hope that does not happen.
A big gem with a 4 on it?
Yeah.
Oh no! Like, to just be like, okay, when you get more than 4, you're just getting a bigger number.
Yeah.
Good job, guys. Yeah. so proud of you. Like, oh no.
But then again, where do you put the gem? Maybe at the
just keep
tip of the
stacking gems.
shield.
Just keep stacking them around. Like put 4 on the top, and then when they get 5, you put 5 on the top, and then you do
Yeah, but
goofy
it
things
looks
where you just
weird.
have. Yeah, everything looks weird at this point. What looks weirder, like a big gem with a number 4 on it,
Yeah,
or 4 like staggered gems, or
I mean, they could do it on the outer of the shield. Maybe
Mhm.
do it at the tip of the shield at the bottom, put a gem there, and then work their way up on either side.
Yeah, you could, and they kind of go up in a stacked
Yeah,
series. Okay.
that would be pretty cool.
Mhm.
But SBI, if you're watching, definitely do not do a big gem with a number on it.
We wouldn't like that.
Kind regards on pretty much the whole of the Albion community once other guilds start reaching that area for season wins. But
Alright.
yeah, Reject Sanity currently second place with 144k points. Blue Army Freeman coming in third with 132k points. Is that Arius or how do you pronounce that name? For fourth. Anyone?
Acers?
Acers?
Acers? Yeah.
Yeah. I believe it's
Easiers, no? Isn't it like some mythology kind of thing?
I don't know.
I don't
Sure,
know.
maybe.
Yeah, and then anyway, Elevate sitting on fifth, pretty much tied in points wise with Surf here for sixth place, and then this Arch sitting in seventh, eighth, Surf coming in ninth, Arch again coming in 10th, a Squad Guild coming in 11th, Steve Guild coming in at 12th. So yeah, I mean, it's a pretty tight race from 5th down to like 11th. Quite a big gap in between though, between 5th and 1st. You know, you never know what's going to come of it in the future. And I believe everybody is currently heading home. We do have a couple guilds still out launching their attacks for tomorrow at
But
this time slot.
I have Homeless Crew trying to push in. Yeah.
They're launching the tower for tomorrow.
There's some Hammer and Sickle here. I don't know how much it is. It doesn't seem like it's a formidable force. I think it's a little bit more than that, but yeah.
It's there.
Well, there's at least 3. There's at least 3.
So
okay.
That's one Russian guild right there. Actually, no, I take that back. Some guy just rode in and rode back out after he noticed what was here.
Yeah, okay, like there's like at least 3 of them, but it looks like it's not going to matter. Territory defenses are disabled. Africa now is setting up his launch, and it's going to be for tomorrow, and we're going to see that then. So I guess that is pretty much it for today. I don't think we have any more content coming up. Unfortunately, we will not have the interview we had scheduled for today. There was an error with the recording, and it just didn't come out in the quality one would expect.
So hopefully, is that going to happen then next week?
That's the goal. We're going to try to redo the interview, and I think I found a solution to fix the audio issue, and we'll hope that it works, because if not, I'm going to have a hard time doing interviews for the foreseeable future.
And who was that? Who was that with?
That was with Julia, the head of the Thetford Elite, the GM of the guild, the Alliance, and the creator of the Discord, all of the same name. There is also CKX, who is the, Archmagus #1 of Thetford, the top PvP individual, the most faction warfare points for anyone in Thetford. I interviewed the 2 of them. We talked about Thetford. We talked about the war. We talked about how things go, in faction warfare, what is good and what is bad, what could use a little bit of work. It was actually a really good interview, and I guess we're going to redo it, and hopefully we'll be able to cover everything in the same enthusiasm and depth that we did the first time.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, everything gets fixed. Alrighty. But if you're looking for more content from us, you can check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Albion TV, where you can find all the 5v5, 20 versus 20 Crystal League coverage, along with the war reports and Invasion Day battles. Remember, Invasion Day is this coming weekend, ladies and gentlemen, so be prepared for that. We also have the Hellgate Showcase, along with the feedback loop. We got the Daily Show and interviews. But at the moment, our interviews can be found elsewhere, can't they, Shozen?
Certainly, you can find those on soundcloud.com/Albion TV or any place you listen to podcasts simply by typing in Albion TV into your search bar, hitting enter, and picking one of the many interviews that you have to choose from. We have interviews with some of the most charismatic and interesting members of the Albion Online community, as well as developers from Sandbox Interactive.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we don't have a show until tomorrow, so
Nope,
come
tomorrow
back.
18 UTC we will be back at 18 UTC like I said, and then at 19 UTC we will have the new player I guess classes with Nizori. That should be a very interesting show, and then we will have the Hellgate showcase at 20 UTC.
Glorious. All righty, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a glorious evening, everybody. Adios.